Welcome back, folks, to another video. As you can see today, we've still got this dreaded Vauxhall Vivaro. Today we're going to be changing the clutch master cylinder, and these are the tools that you're going to need to use to do this job, and anything more that I can remember along the way. So really the cloth is just to catch the brake fluid that comes out the master. The mole grips is to clamp the main feed that comes in from underneath the reservoir of the master. Flat blade screwdriver to pop off the rod off the clutch pedal, and obviously the brake fluid to top it up and bleed the clutch again. So what we're going to do, we're just going to bring you around inside this lovely van. It's like Buckingham Palace in here. Right, so the clutch master cylinder is all the way down here in here, look. And it's right there, look. So like I said, the mole grips are going to go onto that pipe, and that's going to stop the fluid coming in and flooding the van. That's your high pressure line that comes at the bottom of the master, and then you've got the rod that's up under here. Right, so there's the mole grips. They're there, they go onto that pipe. We're just going to hook this pipe out, this clip out. Sorry it's a bit jiggly and everything else. It's really tight close quarters under here. So get the flat blade screwdriver for that. So I'm going to have to get back out and get a screwdriver just to hook that off. But yeah. So I'm going to push the clutch pedal in and have a look up there, look. You can see the rod. There's the rod, look. There's the top of the clutch pedal. So that's what we've got to pop off. So let's just get to it. So this is what you're going to be left with. The main pressure line, the main feed line that comes into it, and this is the reason why we keep losing the clutch. The clutch master has literally been smashed out of the peg on this one. So, and I've just unhooked, put the screwdriver up and just went up, and that's that. So I'll get this back out and I'll show you guys what's actually happened to it. Okay, so reinstallation is so simple. This is the new one. It goes back up behind there. Let's get that out of the way, like that. Trying to do this one-handed is a pain in the butt. But that comes out of there like that, or back behind, whichever way it wants to play ball. That comes up in there like that. And this, you keep turning it so it drops in like that. It's nice and square, and you just turn it back. Right, so that will come, the new clutch master will come back up. It will come up, you have to keep twiddling it till it drops into its things. Like I said, it's a bit tight under it, and you just turn it back towards the front. So you turn that pipe, this one here, back towards the front of the van, and now that's locked into place. So what we're going to go ahead and do now, like I say, folks, this is quite tight under here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and find that. That just pops back onto there like that. And we're going to leave the mole grips on. Right, here's the crucial one. Right, see if we can get a bit, there we go. And then what we're going to do is just here, is that is going to go up and just pop like that. Nice solid click. And then give it a little pull, and then it's just going to come up and hook the little clip back on that's up under here, look. Just going to hook that back on the clutch pedal, and that's it really. And I'll show you, and I'll show you guys how to bleed the master. Right, so I'll bring you back in. Right, the clutch bleed nipple is, so I can get you some light on it, is that little fella right there. It's a 10mm. Don't swing on it too hard, because this line is quite flexible that it's attached to, and you could very well snap it. Right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to bleed up the clutch. This down here is your clutch line, and as you can currently see, I'm just gravity bleeding it, and there's air coming out. Now, this is the way I do it when I'm on my own. It's always worked for me. Every vehicle that I do is different. So, but on these vans, this is what's worked for me. I just take the bleed nipple out, screw out, and let it gently bleed itself through. Occasionally, I might go inside the van and press the clutch pedal with this off, and that'll push the brake fluid out and everything else. But I tend to just leave the clutch pedal in the up position and just let it do its thing. And while I'm at it, I know this brake fluid is disgusting, but that's not what it's here for. So we just keep topping this up so it's nice and full, keeping an eye on the amount of air that's coming out of there. And as you can see, lovely streams of air is coming out. That's what we like to see. And once that stops, it's like now, then you know, you would then put the thing on. But I'm going to leave this off for about 5 minutes, just let it gravity bleed, and let the weight of the clutch brake fluid in the reservoir push down the system and push itself out down here. Right, so as you can see now, I've put the bleed nipple back in to where it needs to be. I've put this rubber line on top and put this pipe into the brake reservoir. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and pump the clutch pedal for about 5 minutes, give and take, until all the air has gone from inside the clutch line system. And then hopefully we'll just nip that back up and we'll have a clutch pedal. So basically what you're doing is doing it this way. As you push the air out, it draws fluid back. So inactive is replacing air with fluid. Sometimes it doesn't always work, but this is the way I do it when I'm on my own, just like I am now. So otherwise you end up having to have somebody sat in the cab, putting their foot on the clutch, release, and then you can stand here and watch for air. But you know, this way works for me. If it doesn't work and you're still having a problem with the clutch, what you can do is crack the bleed nipple off, put one of them diesel inline hand primers and back push it into the system, and then push the fluid back out the top of here. So make sure that if you're going to do it that way, that you drain the fluid out of the reservoir, so just below the minimum, and as you're pushing the fluid back in this way, the fluid comes back out of this pipe, back into the bottle, and the level will rise. But yeah, well, I'll get back to you once I've done this and we'll see exactly what is going on. Right folks, so as you can see, I've resorted to a coolant pressure tester. Now the problem I'm having is I was losing pressure, and underneath the dashboard where the clutch master is, there's a little soft line, and somehow in the system it hadn't sealed properly. And what would happen is I'd bleed the clutch up, get a beautiful clutch, and then the clutch pedal after about 5 minutes would drop to the floor. Just randomly put your foot on the clutch and bang, straight to the floor. I came back thinking, I just don't know what's up with this van. Maybe the master cylinder's faulty, the slave in the gearbox is faulty. You know, I was starting to get pretty damn worried. And I thought to myself, we need to pressure test the system. So I got my coolant reservoir pressure tester out, put a number 7 part on it, for cap on it from Blue Point, pumped the system up to 1 bar, 15 psi, and guess what folks, the needle went. So then I had a problem. that's when I found the leak was the soft line that comes out of the reservoir just here, comes round underneath the dashboard behind the heater matrix, and the soft line's on the clutch master. Replace that for fuel hose, and then lo and behold, pump the system back up. We're now holding pressure 15 psi. We're not going to go too ridiculously high with it, because obviously it's only a soft line with no clips on it, so it's a low pressure side. So now we're holding. Happy days. Maybe this will help you if you're having problems with your clutch. I mean, go and hire one. Don't tell them what you're going to use it for. Go and hire one. Pressure test your system and just see what happens. I mean, mine's holding air, holding pressure now. So, as I say, happy days. So as you can see, folks, spot on. It's worked an absolute charm. So we've just been up the road tested it. The clutch pedal still isn't returning. So what I done is I knocked off the clutch spring on the clutch pedal, and literally straight away clutch pedal nice and firm. And so we're just going to throw that spring over the wall, because it's only there really just to stop it from rattling. It's only a sister spring to help return the pedal. But at the end of the day, we've knocked that spring out, clutch pedal's back. The person who owns the van is not worried about the return spring, so we're just going to leave it. If he gets any troubles with it or any more problems, then we could probably put a new spring in it. They're only about £19 on eBay, so as I say, this person don't want to spend too much more money on it. But I think that's going to be pretty much going to be a wrap on this video. We finally get rid of this van out of our hair. It has been an absolute nightmare. 4 days of headache and hell trying to work out why that wouldn't bleed. But yeah, if you like all the weird and wonderful quirky tips that I do, then please hit the like button. I also would like it also if you go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well, because that just tells YouTube that we are a good people. Quirky sort of things that you like to see. I mean, what can I say? A pressure tester. Who would have known, right? But anyway, this is me signing off. As I say, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Cheers for now.